what's up?
Hey.
What was that?
Gizmo tried to jump onto the couch, but Arya's laying there, so he just fell off the couch. And he got pretty distraught about it, so he's just laying on the floor bed now.
Bounced off the haggis.
Yeah.
I'm a ground animal.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Rewind it to the beginning and just zoom in this little section here, and you'll see it happen.
Watch him get rejected.
Yeah.
It's great. So I was saying earlier that we fostered a puppy for about 2 weeks, or about a week, and but Luke has my old fat Labradors. He's slept like from the time he left yesterday morning. The puppy left yesterday morning. He's pretty much just napped for 2 days.
He's had a lot of energy around him for a week.
It was a lot, and he was. Luke is. We call him the hall monitor because anytime there's any kind of shenanigans going on, any type of too much activity, people moving around too fast, any dancing, any singing, any shouting, any chasing through the house, Luke is not having it. So he's always calling everybody down. And so this puppy's really caused him a lot of stress over the last week because he's not listened, and just everybody was over the moon about this puppy. So it's been stressful for him. So it's all good. But
Rest
anyway.
now, buddy. Oh,
it's a good dog. We still don't know what kind of dog Carlos was. It's a strange situation where I picked him up, but it's all good. I've been allowed to, so I can get another foster dog. I can't get the same one again.
no.
So-
You might get too attached.
Yep. So that's the agreement I have with my wife. So
Mm.
I
That's
would
what's being
say
allowed.
that, you should probably just adopt the dog, but I don't want another dog to take away for any opportunities for you to write more books like this one.
oh, look at that! You
Look
can
at
find
this
that on
one.
Amazon. You should get appreciate a 5-star review. I would not appreciate a 1-star review. Just putting it out there. A lot of people like those. I don't. I believe that. Look at that.
Look at that. A little
Check it out.
tease.
Look at
Artwork.
wait. Look at that cardinal there in the window. That's
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
it's a little detail.
Yeah.
I spent 5 hours on a stupid bird. The
I wasn't worried about you being a good DM or not because I have this just thick tome. For me,
It's a
just
tome.
thick tome of reading material here that I can go through.
Okay.
So if ever you see me doing this, it's fine. Just,
So check out the teeth. Show the teeth on that dragon on the back there.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are some.
Yeah.
That is a
dragons.
grass-eating dragon right there.
that is some nightmare fuel. It looks like you took, I know this is a children's book, but that looks like a sex doll mouth.
I didn't want to say it. I mean, he's out of line, but he's right.
Look at that. It's so silly. There's nothing in there. So you gotta see you gotta see where the back is. And what are you gonna stick in there to see where the back is?
Candy bars.
A ruler.
But I'll be right back. I need to go retrieve some books from my children's room that apparently are inappropriate. So.
Yeah. Oh, you think the bag's bad?
Also from the Hanahan Library. So
Yeah,
there's
there's
that. I've got to go get that book from the Hanahan Library.
You just left it there? What happened?
That's the only library that would take it. Like that's the only one I like.
Yeah,
I was
because
trying
I saw
to.
this nightmare fuel on the back and was like, I don't want that.
Actually, I always got the books with the scariest pictures when I was a kid.
Yeah.
See there? That's what the other 3 people that have bought that book did. One was disappointed. I guess there weren't enough scary images inside the book that he was upset about it.
Oh, good times.
This is good stuff. So definitely check out the book, The Quest for the Dragonfly Flower. We are in South Carolina, so it's Flyer's fine. So what's been going on with everybody this week, Kevin?
Just working. Started a new job not too long ago, so
Good stuff.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Everybody else is sleepy.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks,
we
Terrence.
are.
I had too many sloppy joes.
You know what?
I saw a fun video. There's this guy that I follow on TikTok. I can't remember his name, but he reminds me of my buddy Tyler. But he just does these stupid little bits, and one of them was him calling into work, like because he ate too many sloppy joes. It's just like no, I can't come into work today this week really. And the guy's like, why? He goes, five. I had too many sloppy joes. Technically, it was manwich because that's what they called on the can. And he just goes on about how many sloppy joes he ate, manwiches. And he was like, yeah, so I'm gonna be out for like 3 or 4 days. And the boss was like,
he ate like 24 manwiches, and he was like, yeah, it's too many.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of manwiches.
And I will
weird
not be
name.
in.
My record is 5 in a day, but that was like hours and hours apart.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, did the
A lot
name
of-
manwich, is that like a thing? Or it's like because it's like a beefy sandwich?
It's a sandwich that even a man can make, is what I
It's
think.
a-
I think that's what they were going for. It's
that's-
like that
that's
weird
it.
sexist.
Yeah,
Originally
even a
marketed
man,
as
it's just
cannibals.
freaking chili on a bun.
Yeah.
Like,
Or maybe it's like men will like it because it's meaty. I
I
don't
always
has-
thought that was like, this is a
know.
manly sandwich. It's just freaking a meaty, beefy sandwich.
Yes, me.
It's
Want a
just, yeah.
sandwich that's just me.
I mean,
Pretend like it's got some vegetables in it to shut your wife up.
The second ingredient on a can of manwich, I think, is high fructose corn syrup. It is sugar sauce.
yeah, it's
with,
basically
I
ketchup.
mean, yeah, it's basically just ketchup with hamburger meat, right? It's just,
now,
that's all it is.
Get the bold and spicy, and then I don't know, a little Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
yeah, there's the upscale, the messy Joseph.
Messy
that you found the recipe for online, and it's got like poblano peppers and shit in it. I've made that twice.
Oh.
Also made it. As
What
a
is the
special
poblano what is that?
A poblano
what
pepper.
Pepper.
It's a fairly mild pepper.
It's very mild, but it's got a lot of flavor. It adds a nice undercurrent to your greasy hamburger meat.
Mhm.
But it's good. Not just you still put ketchup in it, but you also a little tomato paste, some garlic powder.
Use the 97% lean hamburger meat for that.
Oh,
Oh, what's wrong with you? Fat's flavor. It's
Yeah.
my stripper name. And coming to the stage next,
Fat's
Mr.
flavor.
Mr. Moist Meat himself, Fat Flavor.
Oh, moist meat, fat's flavor.
Yeah, I didn't make any
That's a
money.
good stripper name.
Yeah.
they call him 80/20.
That's the good meat, though, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
Chuck, right?
that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Black Hack.
the one.
The Black Hack.
Seriously.
All right, yeah. So last time, on RPG Revolver, our heroic crew of misfits had defeated a troll that had come out of the woods and attacked a festival fire, and luckily no one perished in that except for the troll. And then had taken their trophy and headed to the city to collect the bounty, only to find it in a state of complete unrest. What many of you didn't realize, didn't see, is during the evening hours of after the troll had been defeated, Erasmus, right?
Yeah.
Aramis,
No,
Erasmus. Erasmus, something had caught his eye the previous earlier in the evening about the troll, and so he returned to the troll to just couldn't get it off his mind. And there in the waterlogged, rotten flesh of the troll's arm that was deformed, there was some writing on that, and having examined it, Aramis was able to find
Erasmus.
there's a Erasmus. Erasmus. I feel like you're pronouncing your character's name wrong.
I am not.
Erasmus, there was some spell script written there that you were able to read, and it kind of, you feel like it opened up a different, like an extra space. It didn't actually have any
Space
there's no
between.
comprehension to what the space was or what the spell was, what the script was. There was no meaning, but it seemed to open up an extra space, and so that you have the capacity to memorize more spells than you had before.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so and to be able to cast one more, so you're able to cast 3 spells per day now, and I meant to mention that on our previous session, but rookie mistake. So there you go. So you still just have however many spells you started with for level 1, and then your spells you added for level 2, correct?
None.
You got none?
No, you get spells by adventuring and looking for scrolls and shit, which is there's no built-in getting spells at higher levels automatically in this game. You got to go looking.
Oh, okay.
In dungeons, it's fine. I'm fine. It's cool.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you that way you can at least cast something else per day, and then we'll try to find something. If I had known that, I apologize. I didn't understand that exactly. This is our first time playing Black Hack, and so I would have tried to do something for you so that you would have been able to get another.
I mean,
spell.
does a second level wizard cast second level spells in Black Hack?
Yeah,
They
that's
can't.
kind of how that works. Yeah,
Okay.
level 1, you get level 1 spells, and so level 2, you would have, and you could have done that as part of your kind of your leveling up story.
I
If you wanted to
thought that
pick
would be
something.
unfair to add treasure to my level up story.
Well, but adding a spell to it that's limited to those level 2 spells would have been fine. So if you want to do that between now and next time, that's cool.
Okay.
Okay, and then you get an extra spell per day. So so that happened the night before. Now we're back to Kelmorn and the riots, and when we left off, Gully had spotted kind of to the northwest on that bridge where there was a crowd of people, hundreds and hundreds of people already gathered with pitchforks and rocks, and some people with swords, because there's blacksmiths in there, and there's also constables. Everyone's kind of getting caught up in this thing, and each of you felt that. Some of you succumb to it, like Torg did, of this just this passion that the crowd is, this fervor that the crowd is exhibiting towards breaking this cycle of having their children taken, having this prosperity for a time, and then having monsters attack villages and even trolls attack campfires. She's upset about that. But Gully sees this happening. You see rocks and bottles, other people in the crowd in front of you. There's like there's no barrier there, but the crowd is kind of stopped right at the foot of the bridge until these bottles and rocks and stuff are thrown from this other bridge and hit the tower, that you feel the ground start to kind of shake. Okay, and so at this point, there's some fear that goes up in the town, but you guys see, first of all, I know, Aramis, you were going to the front, towards the front, trying to find, what were you doing? What was your reason for going towards the front?
Well, I was trying to get to the front so I can get Jack to fucking start giving these people directions, like actual.
Looking for Jack at the front, and then Gully, from where you are, you can see Aramis getting to the front.
Erasmus.
God damn it! I'm never gonna get that right. Erasmus. Torg is just he's already picked up a pitchfork from somebody plus his axe. He's ready to go. He's raging. He's got a pack of people behind him already, kind of his little squad that he's going to march on the tower as well. Valentine, what are you doing?
I'm also caught up in this. Was I not?
I think did you fail as
Yeah.
well?
You failed, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so so you're caught up as well, and you are preparing and marching you towards the front of the line as well. So you kind of all up there, but you don't see Jack at the front of this. As the ground starts to shake, the rocks and the things from the other bridge hit There's a fervor that kind of rises up from you. There's another bridge on the other side. There's 4 bridges total that kind of connect to this tower. It seems like all the people are starting to attack through their rudimentary means. This is almost pure passion. These are not trained soldiers. These are people that are just, for generations, have just been kind of suppressed these emotions, and they're just exploding. It's kind of how you feel, especially those that failed that wisdom check. You feel this is a natural reaction to just this wrong that's happened. As you do that, the tower doors, these things are about 30 foot tall. They're double doors on each side. On the other side of this bridge, the tower doors begin to creak open while you're doing this. You can see from other bridges that some of the people have started to kind of rush towards the tower as those doors kind of open. That's what you're going for. What do you guys do?
Do I get a chance to maybe try to snap out of it?
You're caught up in it.
I take
Oh,
my
man.
axe to the giant doors.
Okay, so you're heading across the bridge. Valentine's heading across the
Charge
bridge.
in.
People going with that. Gully, what are you doing?
How far am I away from the giant doors?
100 feet. It's about 100 feet from the base of the bridge. The bridges are about 100 feet across to where the gates are.
Is that too far for me to sling my rocks?
No, you can hit the doors from there.
Okay. Well, I'm not trying to hit the doors. It's just in case something goes haywire, and I want to try and spot if it looks like Torg and Valentine are caught up in it. Do I see both of them?
Yeah, give me a wisdom check. I believe that's right for
spotting things.
perception, perceiving kind of things.
Natural 1.
Perfect. Okay, so you perfect. It's almost everything. It almost goes into like slow motion. You see the gates opening. You see your peripheral vision is seeing the other 2 bridges that you can kind of see on the outskirts of the people just starting to charge towards those tower gates. You see the gates opening. You see Valentine and Torg just all in for that. You see Erasmus. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Erasmus is he's looking for Jack. He's at the front of the line. He's trying to save lives at this point. It seems like he's trying to kind of push back against what the fervor of the crowd is. Is that right?
Mhm.
Well, unless I see one of the other 2 party members rushing across the bridge, then I'll have to follow them and try and...
Okay. So, but he's about to kind of give into that. But because you rolled a 1, you see something else. You see Jack kind of, he's on the outskirts of the crowd, on the edge of the bridge, between the crowd and the bridge. He's with the crowd, but he's on the edge, kind of like, here's the bridge, here's the crowd, and he's kind of on the edges. He's kind of ducking past crates and people and in and out. He's moving fluidly through it as he always does, and in a very kind of stealthy, roguelike fashion. And he is probably about 10 feet from the front, but he's definitely seems to be he is not leading this procession. He seems to be working through it or using it to some ends. You can see that though from your vantage point from the rooftop.
I mean, he's acting out of character at this point, or?
Nope, it's perfectly in character for Jack. Jack is kind of a roguish person, and he's never going to be one of those people that's going to be like at the front of the lines, going up against. He's always got a plan or a scheme, something going on. Definitely to meet his goals, if that makes sense. But he's on the far side of the bridge from where you are, going along the edge, moving with the crowd, but he's definitely not in the same frame of mind as the crowd is of just a frontal assault on this tower.
Well, I'm gonna try and ping both Valentine and Torg with like my sling, not like aiming for their armor, to maybe
Just kind of like a little ding, just kind of get their attention, kind of a thing.
What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, because I don't feel like Gully has a lot in the way of like diverting crowds of people from doing what they want to do. So At
This
least I
is
can
almost. I mean, this is 3 days of. I mean, and it's
Yeah.
thousands of people, so it's a lot. It's a big tide to move. As you're doing this, you see the first of the Crimson Guards emerge from the opening. They're not all the way open. They're like kind of like tower doors that have opened up maybe 10 feet at this point. But when you see that, there are 2 tower guards marching through that door.
Give us back our children.
The ping.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and ping. I'll ping her first because she's taller than Torg.
Yeah, give me a dex check.
Okay. Nope. 19.
You ping the person beside her in the ear.
Whoops.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
What
I
about
rolled a
Torg?
19. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Get Torg.
No. 15 over 14.
Doing good today.
All right. So you don't get
Even
either
those are
one of
with
theirs
advantage?
attention, so they're going up there. So
Don't you advantage those rolls?
Well, he said just a dex check. I wasn't attacking. I don't think so. I didn't roll with
No.
advantage.
I'm going to give you advantage on those who roll them again, based on because your height, and
Okay.
because you got a 1 on your perception to see kind of what's going on. That bullet time kind of effect that happened there.
The reroll on Valentine. A 14, which is my score, so a fail.
Okay.
And on Torg, a 2.
So 2, you get Torg. The little pebble hits his armor and pings up and hits him right. Kind of, it almost like flicks, like the bottom part of his ear, just enough to make him turn. So Torg, you turn and your eyes immediately lock in with Gully, the halfling, the owner and hero of the Happy Hooker.
He's got the t-shirt on.
That guy's seen combat.
That guy's seen combat. He's about to see some more. How dare you fling a rock? Does he break the spell I'm caught under?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you another wisdom save at that point to kind of question what you're doing.
Okay. Wisdom save. I have a wisdom of a rockin'. Oh, I actually have a 10. I have a 50-50 shot here.
50-50 shot.
No
Let's do it.
failing.
Did you
14
fail?
Over 10.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of brush it off and continue. Erasmus.
Yeah.
Shit. Is it Erasmus?
It's Erasmus. It's spelled right there.
He's saying it both ways would be how I would spell both things he's saying. Live live.
Live live. It's fine.
Aramis Erasmus is a live live
Okay,
situation.
so the people at this point, the crowd at this point, are about a third of the way across the bridge. There are about 20 of these 7-foot tall, full plate crimson guards. Each one of them has either a great sword or a long sword and a shield or a spear. And they are filing out very methodically, very mechanically into a line that is going to stretch across the entire bridge, and then the second ranks of that line are starting to fill in. At this third of the way point, you see Jack so you're probably close to the front. So Jack is a little bit off to the right of you. So I'll give you a wisdom check to see if you see Jack at this point.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're the kind of the only one that's kind of at the front here, is right in the right mind.
I fail. I have a wisdom of 8.
Shit. Okay. All right. So the crowd continues to march on. At this point, Jack sees you, and the crowd is about the mob of people. They're throwing rocks. They're throwing bottles. They're throwing sticks. They're throwing everything they have. They're just
Throw spears. What's wrong with you people?
They don't have spears. I mean, there's no spears. They're like throwing potatoes at these marks. But the Crimson Guard are unaffected by it. It's like they're following a protocol. They're almost complete with their second line. and more are continuing to file out of this gate. You have noticed that the gate has stopped opening. Stopped at about 15 feet wide, and the soldiers are continuing to file out. And as one line gets full, the soldiers in front each take a step forward, and the next line starts to fill. Okay, so Jack is at this point. Jack is at midway point on the bridge, along with the rest of the crowd, and he's pretty clearly. Everyone's kind of focused on the guards, but he is very obviously. So I'm gonna give each of y'all an advantage to be able to notice him. Wisdom check with advantage.
I mean, I still see him, right?
You see him.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a chance to act. Gully is on the roof, and he sees Jack. He sees the marching. He sees you see the Crimson Guards are lining up. You see Jack. Jack is actually appears to be securing some type of rope on the side of the bridge and preparing to leap over the side of the bridge. You see all this as it's happening, and you have a chance to act right now if you want to try to get closer to him or.
Me?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he does. You know, you were saying this is going through Gully's head is that, you know, we felt like he didn't have a plan, but I think his plan was, I think this is all a distraction now. I think Jack has a plan for getting into the tower. So I'm going to start running like towards where he's got the rope tied up and like using my small abilities like to dip and dive like through the crowd of people's legs.
Okay.
To get to where he's at with that rope so I can try to follow him.
Okay. So I'm going to say you get part of the way there.
Okay.
Okay. So wisdom check on the other three.
Fail.
And you get advantage.
I know. Fail.
Fail.
Everybody failed.
Son of a bitch, I failed.
Yep.
I see it's Jack. Okay, so you're gonna be pressing. So the crowd presses on to the point where they are attacking the front lines of these Crimson Guard that are now 4 deep. But the guards are not attacking the people yet. They're basically staying there. They're being attacked. Doesn't seem like any harm is being done to them, but they're not attacking yet. Torg, you're up to the front. What do you do?
I'm trying to push past and get to the tower.
Okay, as you try to push past one of the Crimson Guard on the front line, 2 of them take swing at you. So you need to roll a defense strength check.
Fail.
Twice?
What times?
First one failed. Second one succeed.
Okay, so the first one hits you for 2 damage. The second one misses, but you do not advance. You're still in the front line there with them. Valentine, what are you doing?
I'm probably gonna do the same thing. Push up to the front and try to. I'm probably gonna try to attack one of them. The first one that's close to me.
Okay. You want to attack the front? You're not trying to push past him. You're trying to attack the one in front of you.
Yeah, and I miss.
You miss. So you do a miss. The guard then takes a swing at you. Basically, you after you miss, it takes a swing at you. So go ahead and roll a defense.
I failed to defend.
Does 1 damage.
I'll take
1
that.
damage to you as its
That's-
sword crashes down, and then it falls back in line like it has a place it's supposed to be in at that point. So we're going back to
So-
Gully.
Question.
Go ahead. Mhm.
So it's like if a character fails to defend or would take damage, they can take 1 armor die out of the pool, put it aside, declare it broken. Blah blah blah. Do I have to do that?
No, I think it's a choice. From what I read, it's a choice. If you wanted to
That's
say,
what I. Okay.
yeah, either.
I
if
read
you-
it as
yeah,
a choice as well. Since it's only
That's the
one
way I
hit
read
point,
it.
I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, Gully, you're about halfway to Jack. Jack is trying to kind of clamber over the side there. You continue towards Jack. You try to approach try to get to your team. You towards Jack.
Towards Jack, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say you reach Jack at this point.
And he's at the quarter of the bridge,
He is at kind of the halfway point.
over the bridge.
Yep.
Okay.
He's kind of if the bridge kind of does this, it's about 100 feet across. You all are at this
Yeah,
middle
he's at
point.
the
with the
pinnacle.
crowd.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna jump up to where Jack is and be like, I knew you had a plan.
Yeah, and he says, "Down here, there's a way in. There's a way in down here."
So I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna start digging in my pockets, and I've got gold coins. I started with 2d6, which I think I got 7. I rolled decently on that. So I got 3 gold in one hand. I got 4 in the other. That's math. And I want to throw 3 gold towards Erasmus,
Yes.
and I'm going to throw 4 gold towards where the front line is, hoping that there's people there who are so poor they'll cause a distraction and look for gold, and that'll
Okay.
I'll be up there snapping like a snapping turtle, you know. I'm up there snapping to try and get my party's attention.
Okay, I'm gonna give all 3 of you an advantage on a wisdom check to be able to notice both Gully dancing up there and where Jack is.
Come on, baby. Woo! Both of both of them. Both of them passed.
All right, Valentine sees.
Both of mine failed.
Same. You know, it's pretty. I don't know. Visible feels like that's just something would be a gimme.
So it'll be on the side over there.
I wake
Sorry to
up and I
progress.
slap them both. Roll again.
Okay, so but Torg keeps going on. One thing that Torg notices is that the soldiers, there's 4 lines of soldiers and they've stopped coming out, but the gate's still open. Okay, the gate stayed open, but the soldiers are coming out. But they have the front line has begun to engage the crowd and pushing them back, unsurprisingly, at this point. Okay, so there's 3 attacks, gonna hit Torg.
And all this.
What's that?
Do I get any actions in all this?
Yeah, what would you like to do in this moment?
I'm yelling at the crowd. Fuck the weapons! Just pitch them over the side. Telling them to pitch the soldiers over the side. Gather up, dog pile them, pitch them over.
Okay, and a lot of the crowd are dissuaded by you. They see what they're and then they start to grab them and try to just push them. But there are casualties to this. These people do have swords.
I mean, there's going to be casualties either way. Some
right.
dumbass.
So some of them go over, and in the rush of that, Erasmus, I'm going to say that you noticed that Gully is dancing on the side of the bridge, and Jack is holding a rope, getting ready to jump over it. You take
He's
heed of
doing a
this.
perfect rendition of the opening to the show Peacemaker.
Okay, whatever.
So good.
Torg, you are roll your first defense.
Defense. It's Dex, right?
No, it's strength.
Strength versus
But there's
melee.
melee attack.
Well, strength, an 18 fails. I have to roll 3, right?
Should roll under.
Yeah, how many times?
But I was getting attacked by 3.
Well, I'm gonna do it one at a time. You get hit by the first one, so we're
First one hit. Second one, I dodge. Third one, I dodge.
Okay, so the first one, it hits you, and it spins your head like it kind of comes down on your helmet or your hat that you're wearing, and kind of glazes off of it. But it turns you in such a way that you see Aramis directing the crowd to kind of shove the soldiers over the bridge, and then you see Gully dancing on the side of the bridge with Jack there beside him. So.
Okay.
You gonna keep pressing towards the door or head towards where Jack is?
I'm caught up in the anger of this crowd.
You've been deflected a little bit. That's what I'm saying. Your vision has been kind of hit through pain and through the adverse of this, seeing familiar faces.
And then recalling
in that
you're a
case,
coward in your back.
I will work towards Gully and Jack.
Okay, Valentine, you are kind of on the side of the bridge, and so I'm going to say that you have a better observation of kind of where I put you on the bridge of what's going on with Erasmus and with Jack on that side of the bridge. Okay, so you see them. Do you want to approach them? You also see that the soldiers have stopped coming out the door, but the gates of the tower are still open.
Yeah, I feel like I passed the test, so I'm myself now, right?
Okay.
And knowing that, I would feel like I'm not trying to run for those doors by myself. I'm going to do my best to move towards Gully, and on my way, drag Erasmus with me, because Torg is already on his way, right?
Yeah, Torg is heading that way. Gully's heading that way. Erasmus is heading that way. So everybody's kind of converging on that. As you guys approach Jack, as you get there, an arrow, and I need let's see, Valentine, Erasmus, and Gully. I need dex checks.
Pass.
Dex? Yeah, I easily roll over a 7.
That's a fail.
Not Torg, you didn't have to pass one. You failed Erasmus?
No, I did not.
Okay, so you're good. Valentine, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Gully, you're good.
I got a 7.
Everybody's good. Everybody's good except for Jack. So arrows start pinging off the stone of the bridge. One goes off your armor, one goes right through one of your hoods. One of them catches Jack right in the arm that he's holding onto the rope as he's trying to get ready to kind of rappel over the side of the bridge. And you realize that there are Crimson Guards up on like a 3rd or 4th level of the tower that are shooting arrows down at you now. At this point, Jack falls.
I grab him with the crook of my staff.
You grab him. Okay, we get a. I guess that would be a
strength.
I would say strength or dex. I'll give you advantage just because you're in the right position.
Okay. Got it. Or either.
Okay, he grabs onto the staff, but he grabs onto it with the arm that he caught the arrow in. So he's holding on for the moment.
No, I'm holding on to him. Hooked.
You got like a shepherd's crook, huh?
Yeah, I got a hooked staff. I've drawn it.
Okay, good. Okay, so what are you doing at that point?
Huh?
No, it's good. I love your staff.
I'll draw.
So you've got him now. What?
I'm drawing him in from the edge.
He is. He's not looking good. The arrow is. It's bad. He's in pain, and but he points down towards, kind of under the bridge, and I guess you're kind of leaning over the bridge at this point. Got him hooked.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's putting down, and as you look down, you can see that there's a ledge down there. There's like a lower level to the bridge. Okay, and that's what he's indicating towards.
Oh, all right.
All right. So Gully, you're there at this point. Valentine, you're there at this point. Torg, you're almost to the bridge. What are you doing?
I help Erasmus maybe like lower him down to that ledge.
Yeah, we'll just pull the staff up a little bit and then try to swing him.
It's about 15 feet. It's about 15 feet down.
So can he help himself like on with the rope And the other hand, or where is the rope? The rope is still hanging off the side, right?
Rope is off the side of it. He let go of it because of the arrow hitting him kind of in the shoulder with, he was holding the rope with that arm, and so he was about to fall, but Aramis caught him. Erasmus. Sorry.
I want to figure out a way to help him down if I have to go first so that he
I think
can,
if you could, at this point, you could help grab the staff. Because I think Erasmus he's got him hooked, like a shepherd's hook, kind of. Is it like around in his clothes, around his arm?
Whatever you think.
Okay, I feel like he's got him kind of hooked. He just kind of hooked him with the staff. So it's not Jack's strength that's holding him there. But I don't know that Erasmus has the strength to pull him up.
I got a 12. I'm not bad. I am an outdoor workery guy.
Well, see, I want to help him. I feel like it would be better to get him down, like to the ledge, than try to pull him up. So I'm trying.
So how long is your staff, Erasmus? Erasmus?
I don't know, about staff length. Let's say about 6 feet.
6
I'm
feet?
saying what I want to do is I want to grab the rope and go down some so that I can maybe he can put his feet on my shoulders.
Okay. Let me have a dex check so you can kind of leap over and kind of slide down the rope.
Son of a fail. 18 over 14.
Shit. So as you hop over and you grab the rope and you try to slide down, but you actually slide all the way down to the ledge. And so you're about 10 feet below where he is, but you could possibly catch him.
That's exactly what I was gonna yell out. Just jump. I got you.
I got you.
At this point, Gully and Torg both are close enough to help.
Maybe he can hook his other arm around the rope and sort of slide it down.
So about 10 feet from where Jack is to where the ledge is, and Valentine is there.
Erasmus is. It's because it's been said wrong so much. I can't remember which one's right.
I haven't said it wrong once.
No. Everybody but you. He's still holding the crook, the staff, and Valentine's underneath him, right? So he's still in between being held by the wizard and the soldier underneath, trying to get him to come down.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is a delicate task situation, so I should get advantage on it.
All right, I'll allow that. It is pretty delicate. I mean, if you're gonna try to do something delicate in this situation, if you're trying to jump out and grab him and then, expertly flip him, spin and flip.
I'm thinking of sliding down the rope, but kicking off the bridge a little bit so I can delicately swing around him.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage for that.
Yeah, so that the rope wraps him up. I'm trying to purposefully tangle him in his own rope so he can't.
Trying to yo-yo him.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
4.
Perfect. I feel like you, Gully immediately gets to the situation. He jumps off the bridge, and then he does what?
Yeah, I reach into a portal to Advanced Dungeons and Dragons opens up, and the use rope skill floats out. And I grab it, and all rope knowledge. That was AD&D, right? Or was that even older? Terrence knows.
I don't think they had they might have had a. Yeah, that was percentile based. You don't want to use that skill.
There used to be just a use rope skill.
That was 3.0.
Was it 3.0? Yeah. So the use rope skill comes out, and it's maxed out. And the knowledge
at level 2.
Yeah. Well, I'm also, I work on the river. I have a fishing company. I know ropes.
You tie knots.
I tie knots. But I think the way I picture it is that he's already tied the rope off to get down there. I was just going to grab it, slide down a little bit, and kind of kick myself out so that I kind of corkscrew around him once or twice. just to give him some extra, like, if he slips, there's rope wrapped around his body.
He's gonna be like splat.
Yeah. Well, that's not how I
Hopefully
picture
not.
it. I picture it being like, when you pull a knot tight, like when if his weight gives way to being dropped, it would tighten the rope around him.
Okay. I like that. I feel like we have established the critical success and the critical failure in this scenario.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, think about like those aerial dancers and how they do it.
Right.
Yeah, this is
wrap up the rope and like
this is like the ribbon acrobatics kind of thing.
Exactly.
I like this. Okay. All right, go ahead and roll and see what your see what the dice gods say.
I rolled already. I got that 4, right? That was my.
All right, I'll give it to you. All right, so you
that?
save him, and he is kind of spun around slowly down, and you land, and Valentine is able to catch him, and a very in pain Jack is laid to the cold stone floor of the second level underneath. So it leaves Torg and Erasmus.
Thank you.
Got it right. I keep thinking that's the wrong one. Are you guys going down? Or are you staying up? The door's still open, Torg. You see that? The doors to the tower is still open. The crowd is actually taken down through Erasmus's instruction. They've actually thrown most of the front line off the bridge.
No, I'm gonna go down the rope.
Hey,
I'll do a little.
Torg,
I got a 9 out of under 14, so we're good.
you made it. You made it down the rope.
Yeah. I'm holding my staff in my teeth while I do it.
Or the other infamous people of this area have all decided to send after Jack, your friend.
Yeah, I'm going down as well, and I successfully rolled under my strength.
Perfect. All right, you all arrive at the lower landing there, and Jack is in bad shape. You realize that the arrow that hit him kind of in the soft spot of your I don't know what you call this area, your collar, in between collarbone and your shoulder. The arrow, I mean, it's in a good 8 to 10 inches. I mean, it went through kind of
I think that muscle's called Erasmus.
right through Erasmus, right here.
Yeah.
It's the Aramis muscle that is between the coracoides and the nias, and right in that area. Anyway, Jack's in bad shape. He tells you, he kind of indicates with a bloodied hand towards a grated, kind of a grated round pipe that looks like it could be there for refuge, or it could be for water runoff. You're not even sure, but there's definitely seems to be his plan for getting into the tower. It's definitely big enough for a medium-sized person to get through, although very slowly at that point. But he grabs Valentine as she's the one that kind of caught him and pulled him down, and tells her he feels his life kind of ebbing out of him, and he tells her to find my child, take care of my wife. He reemphasized the fact that they had lost 4 children before this one, but this was the only child they had born alive. You have to find her and take her home. And he asks you, he squeezes your hand and holds it tight to him, and swear it. Just swear it, just swear it, just swear it.
I swear it.
And he looks at you, Gully, who's there beside him with his acrobatics, and he's like, swear it.
Swear me. I just want to know, does he have a picture in his wallet or something?
This baby was born
I'm supposed to know.
Baby was born 4 days ago.
Text me a picture.
Yeah, no, I'll swear it. I'm down for saving his child. I'm not a monster.
Yeah, you're not a monster.
I will, however, expect a hefty tip the next time you or your family uses Happy Hooker charters for your relaxing weekend needs.
So at this point, Jack again, he's like, go quietly. And he points up as he's laying on the stone over his head and points with blood running down his hand through his arm. You know, just he's a mess. He points at the grate and he's just like, quiet, be quiet and fast.
Well,
and he's gone. Your friend Jack Stonecutter, Jack Silvertongue, Jack,
listen.
the start of a revolution that may be or may not be.
Jack ass getting
It's
us into
past.
this finding, but
It's not the first time he's gotten you into a mess like this. It's the first time he's died doing it.
it's definitely the last.
It's memorable.
Jing.
Definitely the last time, as far as you know. So the grate, there's definitely a barred grate over the round pipe that seems to be leading into the tower. You're about 15 to 20 feet below the bridge and where the main tower doors are. The fighting upstairs above you seems to be going on. And as you look around you, you see not only Crimson Guards, but some of the townspeople falling into the seemingly bottomless chasm as Erasmus's advice seems to be kind of spreading to the other bridges in ways to fight these Crimson Guards.
Good call,
Well,
dude.
We'll need someone to take point. Someone able to quickly scout out narrow tunnels. Someone, I don't know, about yay tall. I put my hand on your head.
Yeah, I'll take lead.
What?
Yeah, he's talking to the clunky, heavy armored dwarf.
Fucking thing.
About yay tall.
Well, Kevin, you've played D&D for a long time. You know dwarves are still medium creatures, right?
This is true. There's only one small creature in our party.
So anyway, we stuff him in the pipe.
Yep. So you go to the pipe. So the pipe is, it's fairly large. It's about 5 foot, 5 foot round. So those of you that are full-size medium creatures have to stoop a little bit going through it, but you can move at fairly normal speed, and with your prowess, you can kind of get through at normal speed. And so you come out into a. It's very dark in there. Sorry, I forgot. Once you get about 20 or 30 feet into the pipe, there is kind of the, and you didn't realize it at the time, but the sounds of the fighting, the sounds of the air of the chasm, the water pouring out of the tower at different places, all that seemed to be kind of grounding you in such a way. And you've gotten to a point into the tower where you can't hear those things anymore. It's completely silent. There's no whispers. There's no sounds of the outside. There's no sounds. Seems like your footfalls don't even make sounds at this point. So, and it's completely dark. Unless someone has a way of light.
I have
sure.
dark vision.
I have some torches.
I have
Okay,
a
so
pet
you-
mouse.
Guys, I want everybody to roll as you get into this, just because I want everybody to roll a panic.
No.
But I have torches.
What is the thing?
Light them.
Huh?
Light them in a panic. So it's a panic table, so
We
you do a
rolled,
wisdom
not
test.
panic.
Well, okay.
Everything's wisdom. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, my weakest fucking stat. A fail.
Wisdom again.
Fail.
Everybody
14
fails
over
wisdom.
10. I'm running for
good.
the hill.
So you have to do a d6.
Huh?
So if you panic, then you have to roll a d6 after that. So if you fail that, then you roll a d6.
6.
3.
Hold on. 1.
Okay, so Erasmus, you are Aramis.
Erasmus.
Damn it!
If I don't correct you, you had it right.
Oh, you had it. You have 3, so you're kind of in a state of shock. It's like this, because it happens fast. Like the sounds from outdoors stop all of a sudden. It seems like it really super dark in there. None of the light from outside is filtering in at a moment, and so you are kind of shocked by this, and you can't perform any actions or involve the use of the hands for a moment. Valentine, you got a 1.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, you have gritted teeth. Okay, you've got a free wisdom test in order to end the panic.
Sweet. Fail. Fucking 12.
Okay, so you're still.
Okay.
All right, so you're still panicked, and then what'd you get, Torg?
14 over 10.
Then you roll d6.
6.
You have, unfortunately, Torg has a heart attack. The character is out of action.
What?
This is supposed to be a fantasy game, Matt.
It's like a heart attack. You can't
Give it a heart
handle
attack.
this.
He's
You ran away from. You ran away from kobolds.
Oh.
All right, well, all right. So, George, what's happened with you, Gully? What did you roll?
I got a 7, so I'm good.
You're good. So you're feeling good. You kind of snap and bounce out of it.
You know who didn't have a heart
Next
attack?
round, Erasmus, if you you light one of your torches up.
Okay.
All right, so light the torches up, light comes up, everybody's feeling a little bit better, except for Torg, who's looking really pale and laying on the ground.
Kevin, describe how a heart attack feels.
Fortunately,
well, as described by best by Red Sanford. Oh, it's a big one, Elizabeth. I'm coming to see you.
I honestly believe Kevin did that at some point.
So he's got a. Is he on the out of action thing? You got to roll on the table.
Like, is he actually ill or dying? You gotta.
he's out of action, so he needs to roll on the out of action table,
Oh,
which
okay.
is where is that one?
the one where you potentially could die.
Yeah.
I have to roll to
You need to roll a 1. You need to roll a 1. That's it.
No, you do not need to roll a 1. No
Well,
1.
no.
Yeah, no, the 1 is just knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they survive result 1 through 5, you regain 1d4 hit points, counting up from 0, and no longer out of action.
What is
Okay, so we just don't need to roll a 6. Okay, roll it.
Wait, it's a D20 or a D6?
A D6.
D6.
You're rolling a D6. Don't roll a 6.
Try not to.
Roll a 1. Evan.
So should I lie or should I tell you what I really rolled?
Lie, please lie.
No,
Hey, I want to
it's
give him
fine.
advantage by doing not mouth to mouth, but that other thing, chest compression.
The Hamlet. That's where you.
No, I feel like with dwarves,
Yeah,
only
no,
mouth to mouth
I-
is effective.
I can see this. They're trying to save the corpse of their friend the dwarf, and he's already dead. Been dead for like an hour. And they're like, I think if you do these chest. No, it's the
Did you roll a
Heimlich. It's
6,
Heimlich. You
Kevin?
get behind him. Yes, I really did roll a 6.
Did you really? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, somebody wanted to use the scare table.
I did. I like the scare table.
What scared us? I forgot already.
So I
Just
think
the
Yes,
darkness.
it's
The
it's
dark.
darkness.
dark.
It's just the
The
sudden
depth.
darkness.
Of the dark and the quiet and being
And the one
in a
with
tunnel
dark
underground.
vision actually died from the dark.
Yeah.
I can see perfectly,
you scared of
but
the
I
deep
died
dark,
of
though.
scared.
Every time you blink, there was a risk of a heart attack, and it just finally caught up to you.
I'm being chased by the darkness. Every time I close my eyes,
Every
it
time he
sees
blinks,
me.
He screams a little bit. Ah, ah, ah.
Oh, it's really smoky in here. Ah, 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 ah.
Oh,
The hamster all along.
This is such a good. This is great. This is so
I
but, I
stopped
mean,
at-
honestly, your whole backstory of leveling up to level 2 was you running from kobold. So I feel like
it all fits.
this fits so well. But God dang it! Somebody has to give him. I really didn't want to kill anybody with this. I just want to try it out in this tunnel.
That's the dice. have
That's why you
spoken.
don't.
Well, but fortunately, Kevin, there is, some of the other people in the crowd saw you guys scuttling down the rope to this lower platform, and so hopefully, one of those people will be your next character. 'cause
It
you're
was your
fucking dead.
cousin, Borg.
Not Torg. It's Borg.
He just shows up and takes all of his stuff, and he's like, "I'm
Like,
ready to go, guys.
I'm ready to go. I can't tell. I don't know
No,
if that's
it was
his wife
actually-
or
it
his
was a-
brother.
It was a really skittish doppelganger. The real Gort comes in.
That's so terrible. It's so dark though that you guys don't even notice that he's not with you, and you continue on.
I have a torch. God damn it.
You don't light it until the next because you were like paralyzed with fear the first round, and so now you have a chance to light your torch.
Paralyzed with DM Fiat. All right, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. So
God.
the torch is lit, and you see the lifeless body of Torg lying there.
He's been dead for hours.
It's been hours. It's terrible. Terrible hours.
I keep giggling because in my head I picture like Gully the halfling like grabbing his legs, where you move. So when somebody's choking and you're like trying to bend their knees up into their chest. Like a
That's not for choking. That was a 1950s
We don't know.
thing for
We're not
drowning.
doctors.
I don't know. My intelligence is 7. That's what I
Yes, he owns the happy hooker. Just so you just know. Yeah, he's not a.
Oh.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Damn
We're
it,
out of time,
Kevin.
everybody. We're out
All
of
right,
time,
so-
everybody.
Are we really?
Damn it, Kevin. I'm not the one who put a panic thing in the second level.
I love this panic part of this, but
And
you rolled a
and
6.
you scared the guy with dark vision to death.
Not just
From
the
the
darkness, the silence, the deafening silence.
It's Disturbed's cover of the sound of silence. It's creeping through the pipe from where we have to go.
You just moved out of the city to
Anyway.
the country and you just don't know what to do with yourself. Go insane.
Are we
I
done?
promise.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to RPG Revolver. We're gonna try to do. I think one maybe one more. Probably 2. Yeah, a couple more episodes of this. And we'll.
I don't
This is
know.
the
It's only
story.
going to take 3 more episodes. You only have 3 more characters to kill.
Yeah, it's 3 more. But in the meantime, Kevin, there was someone from the bridge was scaling down the ropes behind us, trailing behind us, and that's your character. Figure out who that person was.
Your character is the bard that was doing that Disturbed cover coming up.
So bad.
The sound of silence.
All right.
Well, that was
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, thanks everybody.